Hello creators, it's Matt with MyDesigns here. In this video, I'll be showing you a beginner-friendly tutorial for getting started with MyDesigns. Let's jump right in. The first thing you need to do if you don't already have a MyDesigns account is sign up to an account. Once you get logged in, this is what the page should look like. You should be on your dashboard. And the first thing we need to do is connect one of our shops. Now we can do that by going to the top right corner here and clicking on this gear icon. It should be next to your name. And this will bring up settings. And then on the left panel here underneath seller, you're going to see shops as an option. Click into that. Now at the top, you'll see connect shops, and then there's a button for Etsy, Shopify, and WooCommerce. We're going to go ahead and use Etsy as this example. All you have to do is click connect Etsy, and then you click this connect button one more time. This will pop up another window with your Etsy shop and prompt you to log in, and then you have to authorize the connection between your Etsy shop and your MyDesigns account, and that's it. Once you do that, you'll have your shop pop up right here that should look like this. Ours is called the MyDesigns SVG shop. Now that we have our shop connected, the next step is to actually get some designs that we can then put on some products. So from here, from the dashboard, I'm just going to go to the listings page located right under dashboard. Now once here, you'll see I'm already in a collection. If you don't know how to create a collection, over next to listings here, we can go ahead and click into this folder where it says beginner demo. Now yours is probably just going to show home. This shows all of ours that we have. So from here you can just click add folder. You can name it whatever you would like. You can change the template if you would like, although the default template should be set up for Etsy, which is what we want. And then you can just click add new folder. And then you select that folder. I believe this one is called beginner demo. And then watercolor animals is what we're going to be using as an example. And then we'll go ahead and click open folder. Now you'll see I already have a design in here that we can use that I also have saved on my PC. But I'm going to go ahead and delete this listing so that we can start from fresh. So now let's say that you don't have any listings. This is what yours should look like. And then let's go ahead and upload our first design. Let's say you have some design saved on your computer that you want to use, that you want to sell with. All we have to do is go to the top right corner here, click the upload button, click upload files, and then we can drag and drop or we can search. I'm just going to drag and drop since I have a folder already open. And then once we have all the files that we'd like to upload, all we have to do is click this upload all button and then upload designs. Now that should take just a second. You'll see it's creating listing, and there we have it. We now have a design that is ready to work with. But let's say that we're starting with MyDesigns and maybe we're new to print on demand or selling digital products and we don't really have any assets to sell. We can just go and generate some with AI. So I'm going to go over to this left menu again, and underneath create here, I'm going to select Dream AI. Now here is where I got the original lion from, and you'll see at the top here, this is how you use Dream AI. You can change the mode, how many images you want it to generate, and each model allows you to generate a certain amount, the aspect ratio in which we want to generate them at, and then we can change our prompt right here, which you'll see this one is a prompt that got us this watercolor looking lion. So let's say that we want to do this same prompt right here, but we want to scale it out to a few different ideas. Maybe we go ahead and change this lion to elephant. And then we're also going to have to change it here as well. But whatever your prompt is, that's not as important. This is how you can easily generate assets to start using and selling on products. So once we have the prompt how we'd like it, all we have to do is click Dream, and you'll now see that it is working up its magic. We can change the model if we would like to here, which Imagen 3 gives us really good graphic results. If we wanted a text-based design, Ideogram version 2 usually does the best. Flux 1 Pro also does very good. But we have a few others that were generated a little bit before the video just to save some time. So what I'm going to do is go through these I just call them assets, and essentially just select a few that we like. So let's maybe take one from each. We'll go ahead and select a monkey, an elephant, a giraffe, a zebra, a bunny, and then we already have a lion. So we're going to not select that one. Once these are done generating, I'll show you what those look like as well. But once we have the images selected that we want to use, you'll see they're each highlighted in blue. And then at the top it says save 5 out of 120. So we can save up to 120 images at a time. It's showing us that we have 5 selected right now. So we'll go ahead and click this button. And then I'm going to just say upscale, so that they have better quality, and then we're going to save them to the collection that we were just in, which is watercolor animals. If you're already in a collection and then you go to Dream AI, that should be your default collection that they're saving to. The save mode is just going to be create a new listing, as we want it to create a new listing that we're going to sell. And then the file slot we're going to leave as main file, and then we'll go ahead and click save to listings, and yes, store images. Now, once those are done saving, we'll jump over to the listings page to show you what they look like there. Those designs are now saved, so all we have to do is go over to the listings page located underneath menu here and click that. Now, like I said, if you were already in the collection that you saved to, it should automatically take you straight back there. But you'll see here are our beautiful images ready to have work done. Now, you'll see that the one that we originally started with has a transparent background, which is what we want for all of our designs. So we're going to go ahead and just go to the top here, and we're going to select all of these designs at once by clicking this button here. You'll see now it shows us 6 out of 6 designs are selected. And then we're going to come down to the one that we already removed the background on, and we're going to deselect it. So now we want to remove this white background on these other 5 images, and we can do that by first, like I said, making sure we have them selected. And then we'll go to image on the left menu here. You can also find it under quick actions if it's easier for you here, under images, and then we'll go to remove background. Now, we can generate a preview if we would like to, although simple graphics like this with a single color background usually do a really good job as far as removing the background. But I'll show you what that looks like when we generate a preview. And you can see it did do a fantastic job. So if you remember right as well, we can filter between these listings. So this is showing us how many we're working with. If we want a preview of all of them, we have to click that again. But we can see that this one did a good enough job that we can trust it on our other images as well. And we're just going to go ahead and overwrite the main file that we had. So the input file slot is just the image you're using. The output is where you're storing the new image. So this is the input. This is the output right here with the background removed. And we're just going to override the same file. So it's telling us here we have to confirm that we know we're overriding the files, and then yes, remove background. And that'll take just a second, and then I'll show you what those look like. All right, now that that is done, we're going to go ahead and click a grid view here, which you'll see we're in the list view. We can get to the grid view by selecting here. And all this does is gets rid of our data so that we can see our images up close and a lot better. So you'll see that the remove background did a fantastic job on all of these images. So now our next step is to just get them published onto some products because the designs are ready to go themselves. So let's jump back over to the list view here. We're going to select all of these again to make sure that we now have this image selected so that we're working with them all. And then we're going to go to the top right corner here and we're going to select publish. We're going to select Etsy as that's the shop that I showed you how to connect earlier. If yours is different, the publishing process is somewhat the same for WooCommerce and Shopify. So we're going to go ahead and click Etsy here. Now this is where we will select our product. Let's just say we want to sell this on a t-shirt. We can just search t-shirt here. We may have to put a space there and then hit enter. And this looks like it's showing the sweatshirts as well, so we can actually just click onto t-shirt. It may not be showing t-shirt because it's named something else, but Bella 3001 is a generic unisex t-shirt that get some pretty good reviews as far as quality goes. So we'll go ahead and just select the Bella 3001. We will select a print partner here, which you have a few different options. I'm going to go ahead and just select MyDesigns as the print partner. It will show you the price, what you're being charged for shipping and for the product, how long the production time is on average, your print areas that are available, sizes, and colors. So I'll go ahead and just select My Designs here. Now on this step, we do need to adjust our print file just to make sure it looks good. This looks like it looks fine to me, but if we do want to make any adjustments, we can make it right here. You'll see our only product we have selected is a Bella 3001. If you wanted to offer more products on this same listing, so you had a multi-product listing, you could do that by clicking Add Product here, although I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just go ahead and click X. Our print areas, we're just going to print this on the front of the t-shirt. But what we need to do is go into the canvas here. And you'll see this shows what our design looks like on this specific t-shirt. So that actually does look great. If we wanted to, we could make it slightly bigger, make sure it's centered, and then you'll see that that happened on one single one, but these ones it didn't happen. So we could either adjust those all manually, or this is a really cool feature in MyDesigns. If we make changes on one single image, we can just right click and then click sync. And now you'll see that applied the bigger, the scaling of the image to all of these ones. So maybe this giraffe still looks a little bit smaller in comparison to the other ones. So we can manually just make it a little bit bigger like that, adjust it towards the top. And then all we have to do is click the save button in the top right corner. This will adjust our print file for all of those listings that we're working with. And then we can come down and select the sizes that we want to offer on this t-shirt. I'm going to leave all of the sizes selected. The next step is to select our colors, and these type of designs really look good on pretty much everything. So we'll just go white, black, maybe navy, pink, and we'll go natural. So we'll just do a few colors like that. And then you'll see we only have this one mock-up, and we do want more mock-ups than that, especially if we're selling on Etsy. We want to use as much as we can, which is 10. And then we can go ahead and click Add Mockup over here if we want more of them. So I'm going to click Add Mockup. The mockups that will pull up here are only going to show you the product that you're on. So we're on the Bella 3001. This is all of our mockups for the Bella 3001. So I'm going to go ahead and just select a few of these. I do like size chart as an option. We'll go back and we'll select a female model. We'll go select a male model as well, as these designs could be sold on both. And then we'll go ahead and just select a few more. Then from here, you'll notice that there's still no other mockups that are loading. That's because we haven't selected a color. So I'm actually going to remove this flat lay mockup that has the white background, and we can do that by clicking the trash can over here. And then you'll see now it says we have to have at least one mockup, and that's all we need to do is come down here to select colors. So we'll select the white for this female, black for the male, maybe pink for this other female, and then for the size chart, we'll just leave it at white. Now, like I said, if you're selling on Etsy, you probably want to max out your available mockup slots, which would be 10. I'm going to just leave it at these 4 as I'm just showing you an example. But we'll go through these mockups now so that you can see what they look like. And I think they look fantastic. Another thing I want to point out is whatever mockup you have at the front here, you can see I can drag and drop them. Whatever one you have at the front, or even just in, they're going to appear on your Etsy shop in the same order that they do here. So if I was to drag the size chart here, it would show up second as my second mock-up on my Etsy shop. And this one, once again, will be primary. So I'm going to go ahead and just move those like that, how I originally had them. And then that's it for this step, unless, like I said, we want to add more mock-ups or color options. So the next step, we can go to the top right corner here, is just populate data. Now, we didn't have any of this done ahead of time, so you'll see it's all completely empty. But this is another really cool feature at MyDesigns. We can just use Vision AI here. And what Vision AI does is it scans your image that you're using to sell and then gives you highly optimized data based off of that image for selling on Etsy. Now, we're going to go ahead and click Use Vision AI. And you can change the platform as well. You can see it's not just Etsy. But we'll leave this one on Etsy as that's what we're selling on. We'll make sure to select toggle all here so that once again we have all of our listings selected so that we're working on more than one at a single time. So you'll see the input file slot once again is the file that the AI is reading. Product type is set to t-shirts, which is what we wanted at. And then we'll leave the platform as Etsy. We want this to be our newest model. And then these just mean we want it to generate a title field, description field, and tags field. We can include product features here if we would like to. If you do select that, it should have your products already selected. So we'll leave that. And then we can also do custom instructions if we would like to, but I'm not going to worry about that. I think it's going to do a good enough job. And then we'll leave the writing mode to overwrite as every field is empty right now. Now all we have to do here is just click generate data and yes, run Vision AI. And that should take about 5 to 10 seconds. And then I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. Great, and that's already done. So now you can see we have our title here. Cute smiling lion t-shirt. So it's got the t-shirt there, got T, top, t-shirt again, and then shirt. So that's a really good title there. The description, I'm not going to read through all of this, but you'll see it also has our product information there for the Bella 3001. And then you'll see the tags at the bottom also look very good. Now, if you remember, like I said, we did this on all of our listings at once. If we want to move between our listings to preview them, you'll see at the top here next to published products, there's a listing preview and it shows us the number we're on. All we have to do is click this over arrow. And now you'll see that it did the data for this one as well. And we can just go through all of them to make sure. You'll see that the Vision AI generated data for all of them at once. So once we have this done, the next step is just to choose prices in the top right corner here again. I'll go ahead and click that. I'm not going to get too picky on the price, but let's say we wanted to sell these t-shirts for $24.99. We could just type that price in there and we can click apply to all. Now you'll see that happen, like I said, on all of them and not just on one single listing. It happened on all of these other listings as well. If we do want to make specific changes, we can. So let's say we wanted to change the price of the 3XL to be a bit more because you're going to probably be charged for a bigger t-shirt. Let's say we wanted to sell this one for $1 more. So we'd say $25.99 and click apply to all. And then you will see under 3XL down here, it changed to $25.99, and that would be the case for all of the listings. Once we have the price done, all we have to do is click preview publish info from here. Now we get one last preview of what our designs and listings look like before we publish them. So you'll see it showing you a primary mock-up, your title here, description underneath it here, and then your tags are circled in blue for all the different listings that you're trying to publish at once. And then on the side here, you'll see a store preview. You change your store here if you have multiple shops connected. We just have the one, so that's our only option. The category should be set to whatever you're selling by default, but you can change it here. You'll see ours is clothing. You can change the product information here if you'd like to. It shows you your print partner, the product you're selling, the sizes, the colors, and then if you want to personalize this, that's for another video, but if you do want to personalize it, you make sure that you select that button there. Now, once you have all of this done and it looks good, all you have to do now is click publish. That should take less than 30 seconds, sometimes up to a minute, depending on how many listings you're working with. And then I will jump over to our Etsy shop and show you what the final listings look like there. We're now over on our Etsy shop, and you first need to go over to your listings. If you're not here, on the left menu, go to listings. You'll see this is dashboard and then listings. And MyDesigns always publishes your products to your draft folder, as you have to pay that 20-cent listing fee from Etsy, so we'll never publish something straight to live. You go to your draft folder under listing status, and you'll see it says 6 next to it. This is the 6 designs in here that we just published. Now you'll see that the primary mockup is the same. If you were to click into any of these, you'll see that the mockups are aligned in the order that we had, and there's the size chart as well. So if you want to make any changes here, you can as well, but that is how easy it is to publish products from MyDesigns to your Etsy shop. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.